siblings of Nigeria. The same man cannot live by bread alone. And they also say that faith without works is dead. We have almost exhausted using the word restructuring and Biafra the past 1 year, and they have become more than household words. I'm sure many musicians will soon make songs out of these two words, and our children in their play moments will use them like newfound games. Some of us do not even know the true meaning of restructuring, but still use it anyway. I'm convinced what I'm about to say is going to offend some folks, but in time they would understand. Whether it is restructuring or victory for Biafra, we are still going to be saddled with the same problems as long as our character remains the same. So restructuring is not some divine rapture that will transport us all to a new place where angels are balancing our budgets, ensuring we have non-fraudulent contracts and responding expeditiously to our marital problems. And even if Nnamdi Kanu is a saint, he will need people who are only human to run Biafra. We have already seen their handiwork all over Igbo land. And God bless the child that wins his own republic, because it will be such a Herculean task to achieve a true nation. We have been theorizing, postulating, threatening, engaging in nuances, and presenting arguments around these two household words as if they're elixirs to our problems. But as far as I'm concerned, none of them is. People solve problems. Theories do not solve problems. People under any system of government, economic ideology, or what have you, embrace dedication to duty, make the necessary sacrifices, set aside their individual differences, their aspirations to build viable nations where dreams are realized. We are just too short-sighted and greedy to build the right institutions to guarantee good governance. Too short-sighted to anticipate problems, too rowdy to agree on anything meaningful, too uncompromising to ensure peace, too arrogant and forceful to develop team spirit, too lazy to be productive, too naive to understand priorities, too submissive and vain to defend the honor of a nation and protect her citizens. I hate to use the word ignorance, but if you look further, you will find it among our leaders. A degree of apathy that only guarantees negligence. Not long ago, we heard that over 60% of Nigerian tourists come because of one man, TB Joshua. And that could happen because our leaders are oblivious to the huge revenue that could accrue to Nigeria if they make the nation much more attractive to foreigners. Why would our international airport be leaking water when it rains? And some government official friends and family members are collecting salaries as employees of the airport. This is not only shameful, it detracts those who are curious about visiting Nigeria and spending their dollars and their pounds. The dereliction of duty of this government and previous governments have reached the high heavens. Our governments have become nothing but clusters of social and economic networking for self-enrichment. If they are not so, Nigeria would not be this much troubled and this minute. Our population was a little over 45 million when we achieved our independence, and infrastructures were built to serve that figure. Since then, the population has tripled, and no government could envisage the need to add more infrastructures. To have only one bridge linking the West and the North, and one linking the West and the Southeast after all these years of population explosion, after so much national revenue, speak volumes on our government negligence and lack of foresight. Not even that. None of these bridges are adequately maintained. That the Niger bridge collapsed. We do not know if there were casualties, because the government that conceals the whereabouts of its president will most likely conceal any other thing. The economic loss of this collapse to the region must be enormous. The inconveniences to drivers pathetic, as some of them have told how they drive through forests and endangering their lives. At this point, we should have multiple bridges linking regions and linking states. If the Niger bridge in Onitsha goes down, it will be tragic, and I hope government is taking preventive measures to ensure its structural integrity. We keep politicking over our own lives, our economy, and our image. I do not want to mention the numerous federal roads that need urgent repair. I'm sure government is waiting for God to repair them. Let us just pray, and God will repair them. God is an architect. Along our borders with Cameroon, our citizens are being brutalized women raped, housing destroyed, men killed by Cameroon forces, and so far it has been nothing but apathy on the part of the Nigerian government. We were told foreign hoodlums crossed our borders in the north months ago and unleashed mayhem in South Kaduna, and now it is Cross River and Akwa Ibom. Our citizens being terrorized and humiliated in the south, and we are waiting for God to bind and cancel these traumatic and violent incursions into the Bakassi regions, that some of our citizens are giving up their Nigerian citizenship and assuming Cameroonian citizenship just to be safe. What kind of impotency do we have in Abuja? Defending citizens is the most basic responsibility of government. If government cannot provide citizens a lifeline to economic survival, at least protect them from foreign encroachments. Station any army battalion there and let them patrol our borders and protect our citizens. A few weeks ago, our very own government was warning our international passengers to declare their currencies to Ethiopian airline instead of warning the Ethiopian airline to respect the rights of Nigerians traveling with their planes. The universal international standard and practice are there. Currencies are declared to countries at the passenger's final destination, and Ethiopian airlines have found the docile people to exploit and a very corrupt, impotent government to circumvent. The airline have no right seizing Nigerian international passenger currencies, and if the Nigerian government cannot stop this daylight robbery, I urge Nigerians to use our courts for remedy. Just ensure that you are suing the airline for more than $75,000. We cannot give another nation's airline the permission to operate in our country and then allow them to abuse our citizens who are not disembarking in Ethiopia. Last month, Kenyan law enforcement quickly arrested 2 Nigerians en route to Nigeria from China. They were accused of drug smuggling, and they might be right. Kenya was not their destination. They were simply stopping over to change flights to Nigeria. And as such, the Kenyan authorities had no jurisdiction over them or their crimes. The standard practice is to tip off the Nigerian government or the law enforcement and not to officiate arrests. Obviously, they know the level of Nigerian government's apathy towards its citizens and impotency, so they disregard any restrictive rules. Examples like this abound all around the world. Our government has no regard for our citizens, so other nations take advantage of that and abuse our citizens. We have seen young girls of Nigerian origin sodomized, some killed, and from no response from government. These are all evidences of a failed state, and we need a change of attitude. There is nowhere in the world today that we would see suspected criminals being beheaded by the mob and burnt but Nigeria. Those committing adultery or 2 concerned adults having sex are being stripped nude and paraded by youths as if crimes have been committed. The last one is a few days ago. It's a widow in her late 60s. Young girls are being sodomized on our streets, and government remains silent, unable to take a bold stand against a huge violation of citizens' privacies. It is not the role of citizens to punish crimes and also to punish sins if we are not a jungle or zoo nation. Yes, I said it, a zoo nation. These are being driven by mass ignorance and constitute lawlessness, which is at the core of our nation's problems. And again, I say that lawlessness is at the core of our nation's problems. We need to outlaw these attitudes to have a sustaining rebirth of Nigeria. Thank you, and may God bless you.